Good morning. Well, or it could be good afternoon for you, or could even be good evening. But for me, it's good morning. So, happy Tuesday. Uh, what's up? How's it going? Summer's coming. So, I'm safe today. Uh, Summer as fun expected. So, I got my summer clothes on. I'm safe. I'm also silly and feeling excited and seriously affected from everything going on in the world. Who isn't? I could go on and on, really, but today I'm just safe. Uh, Probably more than anything, silly and feeling excited. That's usually my safe. Uh, hey, hi, I'm Mammy. Hug, 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 hug. Welcome to the Mammy Mushrooms channel. This is Pixel Art, an instructional hour of uh, art building in your Minecraft world. So here's my Fabergé egg that I did a couple weeks ago. Probably one of the hardest things I've done, even over some of the 10,000 pixel arts, because it was so many holes in it, so many blanks that you really had to I had to work hard. And now we're working on that little cutie over there, the master bunny, grand master bunny. For spring, this is my spring area. This is my blow yard. Actually, this is the beginning of the blow yard right there. And by that I mean Pappy and I blow stuff up. We build, and then this isn't quite in the blow yard, but that is. So this is a railroad ride that goes from 5B, which is where King York and Queen Vincenza hail, and it ends right here at the blow yard. And this is where the blow yard starts. And there's some stuff that we rebuild and we blow up every time. For instance, this castle, because it has some interior lava will start to flow on the inside of this and it will all burn up. I'm serious. It will all burn up. There's a little mechanism up in there that we've set up. I have to reset the lever, which is not here anymore. It starts here and then it goes into this thing. And down here is a whole setup of, you can see that, redstone, and it goes and it turns up on the lava. And that happens when the fire gets to a point here and then it'll turn it all on. But right now it's all turned off. But what and how do we blow it up, you say? Well, look. That is made out of TNT. And once it goes, oh my gosh, you can see that we've done it before. Everything is pocketed. And then you can see places that I've repaired. So this is Blow Yard 1. This is basically my brand right here. Freddy. You recognize him? If you follow me on Instagram. This is Frida and Freddy. And I'm just getting ready to build something else here. That will happen in Castle Design. And then this is Blow Yard 2. And oh, you ask, how do you blow them up? We blow them up with these guns. And so we fill these guns with TNT. Obsidian will not blow up. And so you come in here and you fill this whole thing up with TNT. And generally at the end we'll put a rail cart. And then you come over here and you... Generally 2 people. I play... My son is usually in here helping me with this. And then we'll both 1, 2, 3 fire arrows. And it will begin the process. And then we'll just sit back and watch it all happen. And so this one's getting close to rebuilt. This is blow yard 1. This is blow yard 2. And so I do a lot of the pixel art in here because it is going to get destroyed and then rebuilt. And here is a gun loaded. How dangerous is that? It's completely loaded with TNT. Ready to go. So here's what I was speaking of during castle design. I had built a hot weather balloon or a hot air balloon out of TNT, which as you can see is no longer there. This was almost completed. This was Frida and Freddie and their kids. So sad. And their kids were in here. Their kids are gone now. That's where the one was standing. Here's where the second one was. Anyways, I was down here building a merry-go-round. And underneath the merry-go-round, I wanted it to light up. So, FYI, if you mess around with TNT, I had TNT, like, down. Like, if this would be TNT, and then I had blocks built on top, like that. And then I had a rail. And I put a rail down, and I put a lever down, and I flipped the lever, and it ignited the TNT, or it ignited the redstone underneath there. And my thing was made out of TNT. My merry-go-round. And so the TNT blew, it ignited the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round began to blow off. It came up here, and it ignited my hot air balloon. It was like 5,000 TNTs. It was a lot. It was big. You want to see the damage it did, you can just sort of look around and see how bad everything. And I'm just repairing this lighthouse. You can see how decimated it was from it. I've repaired much of the stuff over here. And this is why we don't do blow yard very often, because it takes a long time to rebuild the stuff, but it's rebuilt in detail. We spare no expense. And we'll do it again. But that's my chicken redemption over there. And here's the pixel art that we did just a little while ago. This is going to be a over here. Most likely will not get blown up, this area over here. And the reason for that is because this is going to be a, think of frisbee golf. Well, this is going to be Minecraft's version of frisbee golf. So here's an unexploded TNT just sitting here. It'll always be here. I could try and explode it. I may have luck. The TNTs, they expand when they explode, so they're slightly bigger than the average block. So if I was to just take out this block, it would not fall, because you can see how big they are. I can whack it, hit it, nothing will happen. And so you have to bury them. So fair warning, if you're going to blow stuff up in your world, it does have consequences, especially if you do a lot of it. So here's where my frisbee golf's going to start. You'll stand here and you will try and hit, well, it's that one to start. And then you'll come down and you'll have to hit this one right past the light. And then it'll go on and on and on and on, and fireworks go out. It's really fun. It's my high dive. So that's an obsidian gun. And the whole ride here is just beautiful. Okay, let's get busy. Here's our egg. So yes, it could take damage. All of this could take damage. If Pappy and I blow that up, you can guarantee that a few of those will make it over here. So I might build like a wall of protection or something. Okay, I did this on Castle Design. In case you didn't notice. This is the school. If you want to know how to build it, watch my last episode of Castle Design. It's so easy. It's so easy. And now I have to extend my water. Repair this. Repair behind the school as well. And then, like I said, the pixel art here will be the playground where the kids come out and play. So this is literally going to be their playground, and this is going to be their wall of protection. Because kids are getting kidnapped and taken down to the nether. Okay, let's get busy. I'm going to dump these. That was fun. Here's my colors. I need to turn off a camera. Oops. Okay. Now I've lost everything. I have to check my sound again. I'm so sorry. Okay. Testing. Oh, there it is. It's quite a lag. Okay. Here's my colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is an auxiliary now, and so is the sea lantern. So I'll keep those, and I'm just going to scan my belt and make sure they match these here. And the last 3 are the orange, orange, green, orange, orange, green. We are good. Good to go. Okay. All right. So this is if this is the grid that we started on last week. And remember, I'm going fast, so it's a pixel art that is it's advanced, but only because of the speed and the advanced direction that we take while we're throwing. This was blank, and I did not like that. So that hence my auxiliary color. Technically, this is going to be my 13th color, but I'm not going to put it in here because it'll confuse me. So this is okay to be blank. I just didn't want blank body parts in the pixel art itself. So this is our center grid. We went R1, R2, and now let's start on R3, which is going to go actually pretty fast. These are not terribly tall, hence the grid is not that big. So we'll finish this up and then move right on. Okay, so for instance, this one was a blank behind here, and I just left it at this moment. I'll fix it later. So if you come to the grid, you can see that we had a blank here, and then we stepped up and we came over. Well, at this point, we're going to step up again. So I just wanted to verify that. So count 1, 2, and on the third one is where we're going to start. And we're going to start with, looks like 8 6s. And then those are blank. And then this is all blank too. And as the pixel art goes on, this is kind of land that the bunny is standing on. And so most likely I'll fill all this in as well with, I don't know, maybe another color. But for now I'm just following the pattern, and then you all can do, you know, what you want when you go freehand. Okay, so hey, let's ring the bell, sing our song, and get busy. Dong. That's too loud. Turn your song down. Hey! Good morning, good morning. We slept the night away. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Back we go. Okay, so when Z was here, I got kind of out of the habit of doing that. This next one starts with a single 7 followed by 2 6s. So I don't have any throw box, so I'm throwing down. And then another single 7. And then 6s to the grid. Okay. And the next row starts with 3 8s. Ooh, I don't think that... Oh, we have 1, 2, 3. And then 2 7s and 2 6s. And then 7 7 6 to the grid. Like that. Excellent. Okay, the next one is just 5 8s and 5 7s. Very good. And the next one after that is 3 8s. Excuse me. And 5 7s. And 2 6s. Very good. So last week you could hear in my stream Cricket, my chicken Cricket, calling and calling and calling because his mate Brittany died. And here we thought that we had these 2 new chicks, Yuma and EB, that were hens. Turns out that Yuma's a rooster. He started crowing a couple days ago. A single 8. 5 7s. I'm still hoping that EB, we won't know yet for another week or 2, but I hope she doesn't start crowing. 2 8s. If she does, I have to make decisions. I don't want to do that because I had to save EB's life. She was sideways in her egg, or she was. I'm gonna still call her a she. And she was breech. It was interesting. But anyway, she would have died if I hadn't have. I literally had to peel her out of that egg from incubation. A single 8. And then 4 7s. And then 4 8s. So she has got to be a girl because that's the hardest thing. Okay, this next line has 2 blanks at the beginning and then 5 7s. So 1, 2 blanks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 7s, and then a blank again, and then an 8 and a 7 at the grid, like that. Now the next row is even more difficult. The next row has 3 blanks at the beginning, and then it goes 7 6. So if this is 1, 2, 3, and I'm just counting from here, 1, 2, 3, then the 7 goes here, the 6 goes here, and then we have 3 blanks followed by 2 8s at the grid. So that goes just like that. We're getting into some flowers right now, in case you're wondering. And the next row has so many blanks that it only has an 8 and a 7 at the grid, like that. Okay, the next row starts out with 2 3s. Yay! And then we have a bunch of blanks. So 2 3s followed by 4 blanks and then 3 7s and an 8. So it's easier just to go 8 and then the 3 7s like that. And then the 4 blanks are, oops, this has to go up one. I apologize. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's correct. That way, above that line. There we go. There's the 4 blanks in the middle. Okay. Sorry. Okay, the next row starts out 4 4 5. So the whole last week in my stream, I'm listening to it. I can hear Cricket calling for Britt. He's kind of stopped doing that, but I mean, he's not completely done. He still is wondering. They mourn, chickens. That's a 5, followed by 2 blanks, and now we have 4 7s, and then a blank at the grid. So, or 2 blanks. So what I'm going to do is, these are blanks, blank, blank, and then the 7. So I'm just going to get rid of those like that. And now I need 4 7s totaled, and then that should give me 1 blank at the grid, and it does. Like so. But Tiffany has started laying eggs again, and I've begun collecting to go back into the incubator, and we'll try again. Try for girls, for hens. Okay, 3 4s, 1, 2, 3, and a 3. Start that next row, and then the entire rest are blank. So the next row is 3 4s and a 5. Uh-oh. What a donk I am. And nobody told me. No, that's right. Boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Boy, I just had I don't know, call it a senior moment. Okay, I apologize so much. And this is what happens. I don't mark off, so give me 1 second. I didn't mark these off thinking, oh, I can keep follow. And just mess me up. Okay. I am caught up now. This needs to be a 5, like that. Okay, so 4 4 4 3 4 4 4 5. The rest are blanks on those two rows, except for this one. So we have to go all the way down and put 2 3s. I'm just making sure I'm getting it on the right row. I am. At the grid, like that. Okay, coming back over here now. We need 4 4s and a 5. Oops, on the next row. And then 2 blanks, and then 3 4 3 at the grid. So 3 4 3. 2 blanks in the middle. Okay, the next row is going to start with 1s. So we need 2 1s, 2 4s, and a 5. And then we still have 2 blanks, and then it goes 3 3 4 to the grid, like that. And I might fill these in, but most likely not. This is a ground picture with flowers sticking out of it, so that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, the next row starts out 2 1 4 4 3. And then we have 3 blanks, excuse me, and then 3 6 at the grid, like so. And then the next one starts out 2 2 1 1 3. And then we have 3 blanks, and then it's a 3 3 at the grid, like that. The next one starts out 2 2 1 1 3. And then just 1 3 at the grid, blanks in between, like that. Okay, the next one starts out 2 2 1 2 3. And then the rest are blank. The next row is 2 2 1 2 3. And the rest are blank. The next row is 3 2s and a 3. And the rest are blank. The next row is also 3 2s and a 3. And the rest are blank. 2 2s and a 3. And the rest are blank. 4 3. And the rest are blank. And now we're going to skip 1 2 3 4 5 6. And on the 7th one, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. And on the 7th one, put a 5. And it is, this is also a 5 when we replace it, so it's diagonal and right next to that. Okay, and that's it for that row, just one little 5. And the next row is also one little 5 with blanks. The next row is 2 5s. And those are all blanks going out that way, so there's no grid. That's the reason why. And the next row is 3 3 5. You can hear him. He's still calling for her. The next row is 1 5. It's very sad. The next row is 1 3 5. The next row is 1 1 3. And then we have 1 2 3 4 5 rows of 1 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Just like that. And then we have a single 5. And then another single 5. And then a single 3. So it looks like that. Let me mark off. And then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 spaces. And on the 11th, put a 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And the 11th, put a 5. And I'm looking, and this one here is a 5, which we're right, so it's going to go diagonal. It's just a single 5, and everything else is blank. And then the next row is a 4 5, and everything else is blank. And then the next row is 1 4 5. Like so. And the next row is 1 1 5. The next row is 1, 1, 4, 5. Yeah. And then the next row is 3 1s and a 5. Two 1 1 5 is the next row. Three 2s and a 4 3 is the next row. I gotta take a screenshot after this. A single 2 followed by 3 1s and a 3 at the end. And now 3 1 1 1 3. Ah. And the next row is 3 1 1 2 3. So in the original pattern, this is all very pastel colors. Mine are much bolder than what the pattern shows. This yellow is pastel. 1 2 3 1s and a 2 and a 3. Sounds like it's trying to start something, huh? 1 1 2 3. A single 1, 2 2s and a 3. 2 2 4 is the next row. And then 4 3. And that's it for that. Oh, it says bunny ear. How cute. Oh, it's really cute. I take a screenshot. Okay, screenshot completed. Let's move on. Okay, so we are going back to that center grid now, and we're going to begin to go left. So now we're all the way back down to the ground. Here's that center grid, or what we're calling center. And the first thing that we're going to do is, so I'm going to go this way until it becomes whole, and then I'll start going back this way, okay? So right now we're going to go from right to left, calling numbers. So starting at this grid, throw a 6, just one itty bitty 6 like that. And then 3 7s. You're going to have to move, honey. And then 3 6s again. And then those are blank. So just leave them blank, just like that. Okay. The next row, it is a full row, but we'll start here and then before we move up, going right to left. 2 6s, 3 7s, and then 6s all the rest of the way to the grid. Very good. And now we'll start going from right to left. So we're going to start out with 7 6s. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And then 3 7s to the grid like that. Okay, and the next row starts out with 4 7s. And then it's 5 5s and a single 8 at the grid, like that. Oh, it's pretty, those little flowers behind it. The next row is a single 7, a single 8, 2 5s, a 3, 4 ones and a 5. I don't know why, but these pixel arts, they always make me smile. And anything that makes you smile, you should immerse yourself in. It's my excuse anyway. Okay, single 7. A single 5. A single 4. A single 2. And now ones all the rest of the way to the grid. Easy peasy there. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. The next one is 75422. And then ones to the grid. Like that. The next row is 65122. And then 4 ones and a 4 to the grid. Oops. Mark that off. Okay. 2 6s. A 5. 3 2s. 1 1. And then 2 4s to the grid, like that. Next one has 3 6s at the beginning. Oh, I forgot to enter my safe. How silly am I, huh? Okay. I was just checking to see if anybody was in the room, and I'm like, I didn't even put safe in. What? Everybody's probably wondering, what the heck is she talking about? Silly and affected every day. I like that one. 3 6s and a 5. Okay, get on track, mammy. 3 3s and 3 4s to the grid. So I don't know if it's allergy season where you guys are at, but where I live, which is in the United States, the northern part, northwest, it is allergy season like crazy because it's nothing but, trees everywhere. And I didn't used to have allergies, but the longer I live here, the more they develop. 3 blanks at the beginning, starting with a 5 on top of that other 5, just like that. And then 4 4s and 2 3s. And, oh man, it's really been, you go outside and you just see this film of yellow everywhere, and that can't be good for you, even if you don't have allergies. Okay, the next one has 2 blanks and then a 5. So I need to have a throw block. Like that. So 2 blanks and then a 5. And then a 3. 2 4s. And so I think it must affect my chickens too. 2 3s. A 1 and a 2. They must also, and especially if they have proclivity to it. Okay, the next one also has 2 blanks and then a 5, but fortunately we have a 5 here already. And then 2 4s. I hear him. A 3. I know he can hear me inside the studio talking. A 1. And they come to this side of the wall where I'm at. And 3 2s. Hear him? And he's calling out. He's like, I'm mourning, Mom. I miss my Brit. He was really close with her, so it's really sad. Okay, the single blank at the beginning and then a 5. And then 2 4s. A single 3. And then 2s to the grid. There you go. It's morning here. I'm telling you, I started early today. Same thing. We're going to have a blank and then a 5. And then a 4. A 3. And then 2's to the grid. Like that. Same thing. Another blank and then a 5. Only this time put 2 more after that. So 3 total. And then 5 2's and then a 1 at the grid. Okay, the next one has a single blank as well, and then a 5. 2 5's actually, sorry. And then a 2 followed by 3 1's. And then a 2 followed by 2 1's. Like that. The next one has a blank again, and a single 5. And then a 3 2 1 1. And then 2's to the grid. Like that. And then a blank again. And then a 5. We're almost done with those. And then 4's to the grid. Look at that. It looks right to me. And then a blank. And then 5's all the way. So like that. Looks good to me. And then the next row has 9 5's. So no blank and then 9 5's and then a 4. Like that. Okay, the next row starts out with 5 5's and 2 4's. And then 1's to the grid, like that. Okay, we're going to have to switch out. Ooh, what? I know. We need some 11's. So throw that up. If this is 10, then this is 11. And I'm bringing it down. And throw it here and then also 1 on top. And then go ahead and put your belt proper because we're going to need the 1's. So this next row starts out with a single 11 followed by 2 5's, a 4, and then 1's to the grid. The next row also starts out with a single 11, which we already put in, and then a 5 and a 4, 2 1's, and then 2's to the grid. Like that. Okay, the next row starts out 5 4 1. 5 4. And then 2's to the grid. That's a bunny fur is what that is. And then a 5 1 and then 2's to the grid. And then 2 more rows that are identical to that. So you should have 3 total there. And then 1 that has a single 5, and then 2's to the grid. Okay, and now we need to switch out again. We need some 10s. So up, here's 10, bring that down. Let's just throw them all at once. So this row has 2 10s. The next row has 2 10s, and the next row after that has 2 10s. And then there's 2 more rows with just single 10s. So it looks like that. Belt proper. Let's go back down to these first 2 10s right here. So we need 5 2s. A 3 5 5. Like that. And then the next row has the 2 10s that we already threw. And then we need 6 5s. And then a 3 4 at the grid. Like that. The next row has the 2 10s that we already threw, and then 4 5s, and then a 4, and then 3 1s. And then the next row has the single 10 that we already threw, followed by a single 5, 3 4s, a 1, 3 2s, and a 1 at the grid. Wow. Okay, this last row with a single 10 now has a 5, a single 5 right next to it, 2 1s, 5 2s, and a 4 at the grid. Just like that. All right, the next row has a single 5 and then 2s. Let's look at it. Oh, it's cute. Okay. The next row has 5 at both ends of the grid with 2s in between. And the next row has a 1, just a single 1, followed by, looks like 7 2s, and then a 5 and a 10. So we got to go get those 10s back. Oops. There's a 10 there, and then there's a 10 there. So, yeah, coincidentally, you can bet that those are 10s. But we're not going to fill them in yet. So go ahead and put your belt proper. And now the next row starts out with 8 2s, a 5, and a 10. There's the 5 and the 10 that we just put in. And then the next row starts out with 2 4s, a 1, 5 2s, and then 2 9s. Ooh. And you know what? These are actually dark, dark, dark brown in the pattern. I didn't realize it until I was actually filling in the original pixel art just to kind of compare. I'm like, oh, that's not black, that's brown. So if you want to make it brown, you can, but I left it black. 3 4s, followed by 2 1s, 3 2s, and 2 9s. Like that. Those are eyeballs. 4 4s and 2 1s. Start the next row. 2 2s and 2 9s. The next row also has 4 4s and 2 1s at the beginning. And then 4 2s to the grid, like that. And the next row starts out with 3 4s and 3 1s. And then 4 2s to the grid. The next one starts out with a 3 4 1. And then 3 9s. 3 2s and a 5 at the grid. Like so. Okay, the next row is going to start out with those blanks, but these are blanks that are part of the eye. So we'll leave them blanks, and then I'll come back in and put in my auxiliary color so that I don't confuse anyone. Blank, blank. And then we want 5 9s. 2 2s and a 5. And if anyone's still confused, that's the auxiliary that I'll be putting in my blanks afterwards. I just don't want to be able to see through the pixel art when there's body parts, and this is a body part. Okay, the next one has 2 blanks and 6 9s. And then 2 2s to the grid. The next one has a single blank and then a 9. So I'm going to use a throw block. It's a single blank and then 7 9s. And then a 4 and a 1 at the grid. Like that. The next one also has a single blank at the beginning and then 3 9s. Followed by 2 5s, 3 9s, and a 1. Like that. Okay, the next row has 2 blanks at the beginning and then 2 9s and a 5. So 1, 2 blanks, 2 9s, and a 5 like that. And then there's 2 blanks here, 9 9 1. Like that. Okay, the next row starts out with a 4 and then we have a blank. So 4 and then a blank and then 3 9s. And then 2 blanks and then 2 9s and a 1. Like that. Okay, that next row is going to start out with a 9 followed by 2 blanks. A 9, 1 blank, 2 blank, and then 5 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 1s to the grid. Like so. The next row starts out with 2 9s and a 4. Like that. 2 blanks and then a 4 9 9. 2 1s to the grid. Yeah. Looking good. Okay, the next row starts out with 2 2 followed by 5 9s. We're going all the way across. It's a solid row. And 3 1s to the grid. Like that. The next row is 5 2s and 5 1s. Like that. Okay, the next row starts 3 2 1 2. 3 2 1 2, and then it is 1s to the grid. Like so. And then the next one has a blank and then a 3. Like that. And then a 2 1. Followed by 3 3s and 3 1s. Like that. Okay, the next one has 2 blanks at the beginning. 1, 2, and then a 3, so it's diagonaling up like that. We're into the ear now. And then 2 2s, or 3 2s, sorry, 2 3s, 2 2s to the grid, like that. Okay, the next one starts out with 3 blanks, and then a 3, so still diagonaling up, and then just 2s to the grid. And then 3 blanks as well, and a 3, so we're going to stack on top 3 blanks, and then 2s to the grid. Oops, excuse me, that's not correct. I'm repeating the last row. That is correct, the 3, and then we go a 4, and then a 3, and then 2s to the grid. Like that. Okay, the next row has 2 blanks at the beginning and then a 5. So I'm gonna just go 1, 2 blanks and then a 5 and then erase those like that. And the 3 1s, and then 3 3 2 2, like that. Okay, the next one has a single blank at the beginning and then a 5. So blank and then a 5. 3 1s, a 4, and then 4 3s to the grid. Pretty. The next one has a blank and then a 5. 3 1s, 4 3s, and a 2 at the grid, like that. It's cute. It's a bunny ear. Okay, the next one starts out with a 5. There's no blanks. And then 2 2, a single 1, 5 3s and a 2 to the grid. Like that. The next row starts out 3 2 2. And then 6 3s, and a 2 at the grid. Next one starts out 3, 2, 1. Followed by 6 threes and a 2. Okay, the next one starts out with 2 twos. 2 twos. And then 7 threes and a 2. Okay, the next one starts out with 2 twos. Actually, the next 2 rows are identical to what we just did. So you should have 3 rows of identical right there. The next row is really close. It starts out with 2 twos as well. And then it goes 6 threes, a 5 and a 2. Just a few more minutes. Okay, and the next row starts out with 2, 2. And then 5 threes. And then 2 5s and a 2 at the grid, like that. Okay, the next row, we're almost done. We only have like 8 rows left. Starts out with 2 twos and 4 threes. We're just doing the top of the bunny ear right now. 3 5s and a 2. Next row starts out with 2 twos and 6 5s. And then a 1 2. Perfect. Okay, the next row starts out with a 4 2 1. Ooh, something different. Looks like it must be the top. 4 5s. A 1 1 2. Yep, it is. Okay, the next one is a single 4 followed by 3 twos. Five 5. 3 1s. And a 2. And the next row starts out with a 4 followed by 5 twos. One 1 2 2. Okay. And now we're coming just right across the top. That's a blank, and then a 4. And then 2s to the grid. Like that. The next row has 2 blanks. And then 2 4s with 4 2s. 2 4s to the grid. Like that. And the last row has 4 4s right above those 2s, like that. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so once again, I don't want the space coming between the bunny eye. So now I'm going to pull out my auxiliaries. And I'll start with the light. And the light I'm going to put, just like with the other, right here in this little 4 space here. Like that. And then the white, I'm going to make a white of his eye. Or her, could be her bunny. Oh, it's really cute. So you can see that we have a lot of blanks in which you can see through. That's okay. Let's do a clip. And then we'll look at it at night too. Actually, let's see what it looks like at night. And then do a clip that way. I have to go into my game, sorry. And see what it looks like. Turn it from the day and night. I sure don't like this. I have a hard time finding things, much harder than before. I don't know why they keep going back and forth. Okay, always day, normal day cycle. There we go. So now I can change it to night. We'll go sunset. And sun setting that way behind my egg. So cool. And sun rises in front of it. It's so cool. Look how pretty that is. That sun going down. Okay. Take that one out. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's really cute at night. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it lights up great already. Grandmaster Bunny. In my spring niche. Wow, look how dark it is on the top of that house. Gotta fix that. End clip, start over. Can't have that. It's pretty dark there. Let's go again. We'll do that by making this white little rim around. Oops. There, like so. The rim around all the chimneys will light it up just perfect. Look at that guy on the horse with the spear. Right here. Wow. You are impressive. There's just tons of them. Okay. I'm gotta focus. Focus, Mammy, focus. Okay. That'll do it. Or at least looks like right here. She'll love being able to fly. I gotta tell you though, it's pretty satisfying when you can build something like this in survival mode and you have to use scaffolding and everything. Alright, I'm much more satisfied with the light of that house now. Let's go again. And I do right here. Okay. We'll do it right here. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Grand Master Bunny. No, it's not a chihuahua. It's a bunny. In my spring area of my rail. End clip. Yay! Good day. And just for the heck of it, I'll do 2 because I might want to do it during the day instead. I'm gonna make his little mouth red, I know that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's my Grandmaster Bunny. It does make me smile every time. My pixel arts, like I said, if you find something that makes you smile, you should immerse yourself in it. That's great. All right, you guys. End clip. Thank you. Let's go land and say goodbye. Lost. Put my stuff away proper. So before I go in and put my stuff away, I always make sure everything in my belt is put proper. And then I can just go and throw it up like that and be ready and available for the next time I come out. There we go. All right, let's say goodbye. We'll finish this off, yay and nay. Next week sometime, it'll be all done. And then I'll send you off for some summer fun. During the summer, I won't be streaming. I'm gonna be doing some memeing. No, I'm gonna work on King York on PixelArt days. He will be a advanced for those who know my ways. You can watch me if you want, but I'll probably not call numbers. But if you want to see how to do a realistic piece, then you should show up in your unders. Please don't show up naked. That's not what I want to see. I just want to do pixel art with you and me. I don't want to see anything inappropriate or wrong. I just want to be here and sing my song. I love doing this. I immerse myself, and it helps me with my real art. It's not on a shelf. Hug, goodbye. I'll see you soon. Ooh, I have an audience here to swoon. My cricket is calling. He misses his Brit. I should go give him a hug and kiss him a bit. All right. Thank you for watching. Please send me your pictures. Please be nice. Nice to those who are weaker than you. And kind to animals. Every single one.